Hello everybody, Bit of Storm here. Welcome back to Transport Fever. In the last episode, we worked on continuing our extension of the crater loop, or was eventually going to be the crater loop, as we see one of those trains heading out now. And to do that, we finished setting up Ulda. And then we got High Charity set up for trams, and then we got our stations placed, and we built in our track here, and we have a couple of trains now working over here. And hopefully they will start making some money. And speaking of money, we went ahead and used the large amount of money that we had piled up in the bank to go ahead and pay off the outstanding loan. So we should no longer have interest payments every month that basically are going to cost us money unnecessarily. So that's good. So for now, we need to decide what it is we want to do next. There are a few things that we can do. One is that we can continue working on the loop, basically extending from High Charity through Rand Degrees and then up to Pallet Town, bringing all of the various cities that are on the rim of the crater into the network. Even though kind of Ulda and High Charity aren't really on the rim, but they're kind of in that path. And that's an option. The other thing we could potentially do, and we kind of do need to do eventually, is get a freight depot and then some freight lines running into freight deliveries running into Melee City and Vice City here. So that's going to be another option. And what probably would do is use this particular corridor. We don't really want to go through the city, so we'll probably come out here and go around. And then we would come through here somewhere when we put in a freight depot. This will start getting some more freight customers. Although it looks like we still have tons and tons of logs piling up here. We have a good amount of planks. We may need to look into potentially improving these trains that run out into the tools factory. Let's see. Let's go take a look at that right now and see what we might be able to do here to improve output of tools. So first off, we're going to want a better locomotive on here. We only have steam, so there's no real need to worry about that. What do we currently have on there? I think we have the consolidations. Yeah, so they do 64. They have 557 horse, 98 kilonewton tractive effort. We might want to put something in here we can double head. And can go a little bit quicker. I don't necessarily want something that's super expensive. $557. How much these things cost? $991. $585. 80 kilonewtons, 476, 846. So these things still do 98. So you have really good tractive effort on those. But is that something I really need to worry about here? There's not a lot of elevation changes. I think we really just need horsepower, right? Horsepower that's not going to break the bank. I'd like it to run a little bit faster. So you know what? Let's go ahead and put a couple of these S1s. Now, what are these things going to have to carry? They're going to have to carry planks, obviously. They're going to have to carry steel, right? And it's going to have to carry tools and machines. And we can also bring plastic down here at some point once we start making plastic. So we could try and future-proof a little bit to see if we can maybe add something here that can also carry plastic, but we're not going to go out of our way to do that. Okay, so state car doesn't carry the machines and tools. Let's see. These early gondolas, but if we can do 90 on these locomotives, right? 40-foot flat car, and we got a new locomotive. Okay. Well, that changes some math a little bit, doesn't it? GWR 440. 544 horse, as opposed to what were these? 557. They're a little bit cheaper, actually. And they're faster. Now these were used as passenger trains, but you know, we're gonna stick with these. We're gonna stick with these. What does that new flat car carry for us? It carries planks. It carries steel. It carries machines. It carries tools. And it carries more of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15? That might be a bit much. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go with 10. So it costs 12 million to replace them right now. We have 10.2. Now we have two options. 1, we just wait for the money to come in. 2, we take a loan. I say I kick on the high speed here and see if we can get the money to come in. This is one of our more profitable lines already, so I mean, I don't know if I'm gonna need to double head these. You know what? Let me just take one of the locomotives off. That'll allow me to replace now, and let's see what that does. If it can hit the 90. We're anywhere close to it. I mean, this like whole area is full of planks and tools. So we definitely need a train that can carry more stuff right now. And these guys are getting pretty old. You can kind of tell they're wearing out. Takes it a little bit to get going, doesn't it? It's all about what kind of speed it can get up to. Let's go ahead and hit a high speed. It's topping out at 29 kilometers per hour. Climbing up this incline. So it might need a little help. Now once it gets onto the downhill section, now we're going to get some speed out of it. $74. You know, let's go ahead and let's add that second. Let's add that second locomotive, and we'll see what comes of it. Yeah, we're gonna need to move it forward. This is one piece of interface I hope gets improved in whatever sequel they may eventually make. Because that can get a bit tedious, especially if you get a very long train. Alright, we're gonna let that run and see how that goes. Alright, now with that taken care of, we do have a lot more oil piling up. But we still don't have a good high-speed fluid tank wagon. Right, we have the early tank car, which is 64. We have the tank wagon, but that's it. So I think until we get an improved tank wagon, we're not going to worry about the oil just yet. As long as those lines are making money, they'll be fine. Alright, we are starting to see some passengers here. Alright, so let's work on this this passenger line a little bit more. Alright, Rand Grease. How do we want to handle... Because basically it's going to be, where is the station going to be? I think the station's going to have to be on the outside of town here, as usual. Let's see if I can make that look a little bit better. That's better. Alright, there we are. Alright, let's throw some electrified trams on here. Tram tracks. There we go. That should work. Alright, so we're gonna have... Alright, so that's coming in there. What I may want to do is... run that like that, so that hopefully we can have the buses, because we're getting close to having actual buses. Because we actually have internal combustion engine driven vehicles now that are carrying passengers. So they'll come in here, kind of come through here, and kind of go through town there, so that the center of town stays open. That's kind of the hope there. So then they'll come in here. We have to also think about heading out to Pallet Town. So what I think we'll do is we'll put the actual large station over here. I'll make sure it's electric. There we go. Alright, where's the actual train station going to go? I think there probably makes the most sense. That doesn't give me a ton of room. Let's see. If we keep it fairly short, I mean, yeah, well, we won't get a lot of speed out of it, but I don't think we really need a ton of speed. Yeah, these are a bit odd, though. Sometimes they work in one direction, but not the other. Alright, there we go. I'm still not thinking we're going to get a bridge that'll clear this. Not like that, we won't. Well, we got a bridge, but not soon enough. Alright, well, if the rail bridge won't work, a road bridge might have to be our option. Or, alright, let me just wipe out the road. We'll wipe the road out of here. Let's move this out a little bit. What we really need to worry about is the actual bridge that's going to cross this river. Because I don't want it to, like, cross here, because then it's going to be just unnecessarily long. Let's see, we want to arc it here and try and cross over there. Let's see, if we were to point it in that direction, how fast, how much speed would we lose? See, if I kept it flat... $109? 110. You know what? I think that should work. Trying to decide how I want to handle this. Earthworks is actually probably going to cost... Well, will it cost more money? Like, if I wanted to get this into a place where it's going to, you know, actually keep speed up. 376,000. 378,000. It's 2,000 more expensive. You know what? Let's go with the earthwork. Let's see how it looks. A bit odd, but nothing. A little bit of terrain smoothing shouldn't be able to fix to some degree. It's like we're building a levee. I'm putting a train track on top of it. Alright, and then here's where we're going to make our bridge that's going to cross the river. And we want to make sure that we have that the ships can pass under it. And we're going to want this to be some sort of appropriate material. I wanted it to be a little bit more substantial. Brick. Some brickworks. Stone. Dark stone. $4.66 million. 120. You know what? Let's go with it. That's a bit strange. Why we have that and that, but hey, as long as it works. Alright, looks like we're gonna cross 2 roads here. 1.35 million, because it wants to build a great big tunnel. Terrain alignment collision. Alright, just to avoid that, let's just clear the roads out of the way. We don't have any kind of traffic or anything like that going on those particular sections of road, so we can rebuild them as needed. Alright, so we get rid of the road. And then let's see what we can do if we want to do this just one straight shot. Still says 1.42 million because it still wants to do a tunnel, but we should be able to get this through without the tunnel. 302,000. That's the cheapest we can get. And you know what? Speed's good across the whole thing. We're good. Build it. Oh, there's an autosave. I did actually reduce the frequency of the autosaves, so we should hopefully only see one of those this episode. There we go. All right. The only real kind of kink in the line we have is right here as we approach the station, which I'm not terribly worried about that because, you know, the trains are going to need to slow down for the station anyway. So there's, should be no harm in having a little bit of a slowdown right next to the station. Now, level crossing. No. Bridge. Bridge. Stone. I like the light stone. Go for the light stone for that bridge. And for this bridge, we can turn off the contours. Now, do we want to go bridge here, or might we want to go tunnel? Because for the bridge to work, it's going to be a pretty serious bridge. What if I say we want to go under it? That actually makes a little bit more sense. Do it. I do actually have a mod that we could use for situations like this that creates these kinds of junctions, but I haven't really messed around with it because that is a tad bit messy. Alright, now comes a bit of a tricky part of this. Getting the train to come through here and get into Pallet Town. We also have to set up a tram here. That's the wrong button there. Okay, well, let's see what we can do. Let's see, let's bring this something like that, and then let's put a hard corner on there. Kind of have this swing around along the coast. Let's extend this road a bit, because I want to try and avoid knocking any buildings down if I can manage it. Let's see, can I put a smoother curve on there? Yeah, looks like. And then have you kind of come through there. And we might have to knock a building down. One building. There we go. Connect that through there. I think that could work. Let's get some tracks on there. And let's get our road depot. We still have to set up the actual stops for the rest of the tram, but we can go ahead and slap that depot in right about there. There we go. And it is electrified. Yeah, to get it electrified. Well, it's not a depot, it's just a station. But where will the actual train station be? There's the question. And where is the actual track gonna go? And I want to set it up so that it will eventually extend all the way around here and cross this bit. So we may want to stay on this side of that road. And if so, it might be best to put the station over here. And we'll want to make sure that so you come around this lake, we might have to have a bridge there. You know, that'll be fine. Okay, we're gonna need some pretty serious curvature on. Well, maybe not that piece. We'll definitely probably want some curvature on that piece. Maybe we'll want more. Now that should be fine. Too much slope. Now the other side is the one that we're going to need to curve as strongly as possible. Unable to align terrain. I think that's our only real option right there. Now, getting one of these guys in here is going to be... actually isn't that big a deal. And then we can... That's going to cause a really, really tight turn. Can I make that shorter? Can I make that shorter? I can absolutely make it shorter. Null segment. There we are. Okay. And we'll want to get this swung around. Let's pick just something here. No, we don't necessarily want that. Want to keep it flat. Let's see, if we're only getting 65 out of this anyway, we can go with a cheaper material. No, we'll want to keep it at one of the higher quality materials, because we're gonna have to. We're gonna be coming straight across here, or with a gentle enough curve that we are going to. What we're gonna want to eventually do is get through there, I think. And we'll need to come through there. But not like that. Yep. But I think that we are at the end of the episode here. So we'll have to finish setting this up when we come back next episode. And we'll need to probably evaluate how are we reducing the amount of stuff that's sitting here in the depot. It looks like we are. And now that it's had some time to run, alright, you are coming back with tools and machines. Is this line still one of the most profitable in our company? You're losing quite a bit of money. The passenger ships are also losing a bit of money. I'm not so worried about the trams losing money, though I wish more of them were making a profit. But this train is going to take a little while to fill in. Oh yeah, we've dramatically increased the profitability of that particular line. It's making almost 5 million a year. Our fuel and crude lines are making 2.25 and 3.15 million. This one, yeah. So we are definitely making some decent cash. And that other the other passenger line will eventually start making money once once the demand starts to come up. But for now, it's going to be a bit of a money sink until that kind of beds in a little bit. All right. What we're going to do is we're going to end the episode here. And you might see about the fuel, because it's really piling up here. We might have to do some adjustments to those trains. And then we're going to continue working on getting this line between Randagrees and Pallet Town set up. We need to set up the trams. We need to set up the road passenger route. And then we want to set up the rail passenger route and get all those guys running through. Now, trying to build a bridge across here is going to be expensive. Which is probably why we're not really going to do it just yet. It is something I do want to do eventually, but I think it's a little bit out of our price range for the moment. Alright, so we're going to go ahead, we're going to stop here, and we'll take a look at getting that all worked on when we come back next episode. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Go ahead, like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you next time.